Hi, everyone. I'm Rosalie Dodana, and I created The Purifying Place. I am an Oracle Reiki master. I am a spiritual life coach. And first and foremost, I am an educator. I currently teach third and fourth grade ELA, and I've been in the educational world for 14 years, and as a teacher, 9 years. Um, the last few years have really challenged me as a person in my own health and spiritual growth and my relationships. I know for a lot of people it's the same because of COVID. It accelerated a lot of things. But for me, after the birth of my daughter, who was born um, at 23 weeks in the middle of a pandemic, I got through it somehow. And I'm still continuing to heal and uncover and unravel the things in my life, which led me on this journey of learning Reiki and then now becoming a spiritual life coach, because I just see how powerful it is to know these things and I'm called to help others, just like people helped me. I've just really witnessed and felt this full transformation of various healing modalities. And as someone who just frequently attracts people who come to me with problems and um, things that never shared with anyone, I truly couldn't ignore the call anymore. And I wanted to empower myself to be better able to not only help myself, but help others as well. Um, which I'm on the next part of my journey where I am just living authentically. And I feel like for the start of my channel here on YouTube, I've been guided to share that message of what does it look like to live authentically. And the message that I keep hearing is, well, how do I live authentically when my life is falling apart, when it feels like things are not going my way, when I'm hurting, when I'm experiencing real life problems? And the solution that I'm hearing and that I've felt and that I've experienced and witnessed is living in alignment means true acceptance and faith in whatever is happening at this moment is true for you. Removing the judgment, removing the questioning of is this right or wrong, and just living from that space of complete and total acceptance and surrender. Um, Again, I just feel called to share this information. If it just helps one person, like it helped me, I think that'll be worth it. So, living authentically for me and really came through when my daughter was born in the middle of the pandemic. And when I think back on it, it's like, how can I live in alignment when my daughter's in the hospital? COVID is happening. There's a pandemic. No one can go outside. I'm isolated from family. And I realized by no means was that easy, but the process of continuing to move back into alignment to the present moment is what ultimately allowed me to get through the challenges and also shift the outcome as and well, how do you do that? For me, going to the hospital every day and seeing my daughter there at 1.5 pounds, hearing all the reasons why she's probably not going to make it or come out with all of these issues. What kept me aligned was having ultimate faith. When you do not accept the reality of what is, you are out of alignment. You are not living from the true power of who you are. What shifted for me during that time is I made the choice to go in there every single day and be grateful. To some people, that might sound ridiculous. How can you be grateful when your daughter's in the hospital, things are happening, and you're depressed and all these things? And it's that shift in awareness in your perception that's going to shift your reality. And I truly believe that. I chose to go in there. I could have gone in there and saying, I hate that you're in the hospital. I'm so sad you're sick. I'm so sad that this is happening. And by no means did that not happen. Like, I definitely wanted to go to that place, but I made the intentional choice to shift and say, I'm so grateful you're here. I'm so happy to be your mom. You're perfect the way you are. I love you. You're so strong. Changing the way that I saw this experience and accepting and holding on to the faith that this is for my highest good and her highest good, even when it might not seem like. So when you go back to that question of how can I live in alignment when it seems so difficult or hard, accept, surrender, have faith. Move from a place of empowerment and trust that this process is happening for your highest good. When you operate from the place of, I want this to be over, I don't like what's happening, you are resisting what is. You're creating distance and friction between all that is and all that you are. Let things flow and continue to overcome in each moment. That's what living in alignment is about. It's not perfection. It's not always being right. It's not being the most comfortable all the time. It's being aware, allowing, receiving, and also acting from that place of wholeness. From that place of faith and knowing that you are whole, that you are held, and that everything is going to be great. Because when my daughter was in the hospital, in the middle of the night when I had to leave the hospital and go home and be away from her, it was just extreme grief, and it just felt like a nightmare, a hellish nightmare, honestly. But in the middle of the night, something spoke to me and told me, Lily will rise from this. Just like her name says, Lily Rose. And who knows what that was? It could have been my own thinking. It could have been my imagination. It could have been God. It could have been the universe. Whatever it was, it taught me that I can allow and accept and receive this present moment while also holding in my mind's eye the faith and the knowing and the realization that everything will turn out exactly and as divinely orchestrated as that was the truth that I felt in that moment. And that those 5 months that my daughter was in the hospital, it was not easy. There definitely were times when I slipped back into despair and to be depressed and just give up. But holding on to that faith, choosing the gratitude, the faith over fear, the acceptance, the love is ultimately what pulled me through. And I wholly believe what aided it in her full recovery. Living in alignment is about being who you truly are. It's not your perfect highlight reel. It's not your perfectly curated post or video. It's the truth of who we are. It's the full spectrum of our being. It's allowing the entirety of our human existence here on earth and in the entire world and universe to be free. And that is my wish for you and for everyone. Feeling this realization and having this deep knowing of trust in the universe, in God, and Source is what propels me forward, is what motivates me to do this work, and is what is so exciting about starting this channel and just continuing my Reiki, my spiritual coaching. I think this is a great way to start my channel, and I hope this was helpful to you. What I'm hearing is if you have a voice, share it. It's time to pull past delusions, formalities, expectations, and just show up authentically and truly as you are, as who you are. That is my wish for you. And until next time.